Because a lot of these mistakes are yeah, it's ball side cut rotation. That would probably be the root. If I could pick one thing that your team is doing wrong, and I hate even saying the word wrong because ball side cut rotation is good, but everyone rotates ball side. Everyone rotates ball side, and it's not ball chasing. It's just everyone rotates ball side, like literally. Okay, you're gonna play the ball. He's gonna play the ball. Okay, he's ball side rotating. Okay, he's ball side rotating. Ball side rotating, getting confusing. Okay, a little bit of ball control. Good. You're gonna play the ball. All right, you're ball side rotating. He's confused. He's ball side rotating. He's ball side rotation. You're confused. And now you're getting punished. We're going to look at IC3. Champ 1. Threes for a private league. We got cooked by the worst team in the league. Wondering what went wrong. Let's see. This will be Champ 1. What went wrong on my mind? All right. Little overuse of cut rotation right there from the teammate. Good clear from you, though. I mean, regarding this goal, a lot of different ways to break down this play. Number one, Backlash did not have to take this challenge on the wall if he was awkward. He could easily leave the play for you, right? Instead of like kind of go for a panic touch, he could easily he should have just dove that ball instead of play shadow defense on the wall. That's awkward. Very, very awkward. And now with this, like, you did a good job. You dealt with it. You transitioned. I would say a little bit of a risky push out just to start game when your team doesn't have ball control yet. But again, Backlash simply just didn't get the touch he wanted. So, and then teammate gets demoed. So you could see there's a lot of ways to break down a play, but regarding how you played that, I think you played that fine. I want to kind of let the replay go to see what we do. Good job. So it looks like Backlash likes to be aggressive, and it looks like you kind of are aggressive when you need to be, but mostly play a third man. Good. On an individual point of view, though, you play the ball well, and you're looking for ball control, which is awesome. Your mechanics look good for Champ 1. That's fine. On a team level, though, just super confusing. I'll just say the cold hard truth. It's not even mechanics or ball control. It's just poor touches. And what's funny is a lot of these mistakes are coming out of the corner, but it's just kind of simplifying the game where a teammate, like if I'm this player, it's okay, I'm going to attack the ball. I'm going to attack the ball. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm out of the play. Yeah, they should have attacked the ball. They should have flipped, but like I'm out of the play. They're just overdoing it. And then this player, it's just, if I'm this player, I'm thinking, I'm going to attack the ball. But like, trying to be too pretty, I'm not sure yet. And then like, now we got a ball side rotation, so maybe it's an overuse of ball side rotation for a rank. But it's just overcomplicating the play. Hit the ball, rotate, hit the ball, rotate, hit the ball, rotate. Very simple. Because a lot of these mistakes are yeah, it's ball side cut rotation. That would probably be the root. If I could pick one thing that your team is doing wrong, and I hate even saying the word wrong because ball side cut rotation is good, but everyone rotates ball side. Everyone rotates ball side, and it's not ball chasing. It's just everyone rotates ball side, like literally. Okay, you're gonna play the ball. He's gonna play the ball. Okay, he's ball side rotating. Okay, he's ball side rotating. Ball side rotating, getting confusing. Okay, a little bit of ball control. Good. You're going to play the ball. All right, you're ball side rotating. He's confused. He's ball side rotating. He's ball side rotation. You're confused. And now you're getting punished. So that would be the root, in that there's other things breaking down where people aren't winning their 50s. People aren't effectively booming the ball down the field to create pressure, clear pressure. People aren't controlling the ball, right? Like, those are things happening. But why is all of that happening? Part one of it, yes, mechanics, but that's the hardest part. Like, you don't need to train mechanics to fix what's going on. You should always be training mechanics. Mechanics are your cardio. That's not life-changing, game-changing advice right there. What's going on is just ball side rotation. And I'm going to try to walk through examples on a team level, but also find something individually for you. This is how a defensive rotation needs to be. Someone plays the ball. Typically, it's back post corner, right? But this dude was on the backboard. Someone plays the ball. This player steals mid and rotates this way. Rotates across the midfield this way. You're the follow-up. You play the ball. This player's back post. And you can see where like the confusion happens, and I think it's ball side rotation. But I think the solution is, let's have a very, very traditional defensive rotation and a very, very traditional offensive rotation and a very, very traditional way to play the ball, as in hit ball, leave. Hit ball, leave. Go for ball control, go for mechanics, but don't go for additional plays on the ball, aka cuts. Hit ball, rotate, leave. Back post, front post, corner, midfield boost, retake. This is how a very traditional defensive rotation is structured. That would be to directly solve the problems happening in this replay. As those get fixed, then you play a little bit cleaner, then you work in cuts, then you work in ball side rotation. Same thing happens on offense, and I'll find an example for it. I mean, we'll just use this example. All right. Your job as a first man, move the ball up the field. We move the ball up the field. Steal boost, track mid, steal boost, track mid. Doesn't matter what rotation, right? If you want to steal this, if you want to rotate pads down the center of the field, steal this. It doesn't matter where you go. You could even go this way or go this way. It doesn't matter where. The biggest thing, though, get away. Rotate away from the ball. And that's what you do, kind of, right? Like, you do it very, very narrow, but that was good. And you see how the ball goes over here, and it's like, well, what if I was aware for that and I could have played that? That's going to create more problems. For now, we could build on this. All right, ball gets moved up the field. First man plays it. First man plays it. First man rotates through. Whatever rotation, right? Pads, boost, whatever. But becomes a third. First to third. Just like on defense. First to third. No cut rotation. Teammate plays it. Bam. All right. Second man went here, so you kind of fill as a first man. This player becomes a third. This player becomes a second. All right. You played it. Rotate back. Comes here. He plays it. Very simple. But then he just like kind of, he messed up. He's going to keep going. Whatever. A little bit of miscellaneous mistakes. All right. We don't know what's going on, right? It's because people aren't leaving the play. We had two people play it. Both of them leave. You play it. But instead, this player is rotating this way to play it. We want you to play it. And we want this player here, this player here. It's this simple, and I showed the bad example of how this like gets just hyper confusing. Like, it's hard to read who's playing the ball, and then because this is what happens, your offensive rotation was confusing, so then your transition back to defense was confusing, and now your defensive rotation is confusing. So like, everything is confusing. But the simplest way to think about this, hit ball, become a third. First to third, super simple. Back post, just like that. Very smooth. It's not, man, I wish I'll play the ball again, or I'll play the ball again, or I'll play the ball again. It's just like, follow the traditional rotation, the traditional positioning. You're going to get an opportunity. Do what you can with it. Okay? Like, do the best you can. Throw the ball, use your mechanics, but when you're done with it, leave. And then play the next one. Now you see teammate again, rotating ball side, and this is where things get confusing because this is a good ball side rotation, meaning this player is all the way back, so he's rotating ball side to kind of be annoying and fill the space that needs to be filled. But in the short term, I would keep it extremely traditional. I would almost rather have this player rotate here, this player challenge, and be able to challenge without someone right here. Let's say that player misses, and then this player rotating here picks it up, or you pick it up. And there's inefficiencies with that. But like those are inefficiencies we'll tackle once you get to a rank that requires you to tackle those problems. Dude, the rotation and workflow, like hit ball leave, 1-man, 3-man traditionalness I'm talking about can be used in SSL, can be used in pro play. It could be a solution to fix a problem happening in a series or countering a team who's super cut heavy, because all the stuff in between is challenge quality, 50-50 quality, ball control. We're going to like simplify everything so that you're going to get more unattested time in the ball, not from the opponent, but from your teammates. It's so hard to read. And what happens is, okay, now this player rotated ball side, and now this player went front post, and now this ball is going to go mid, and this player is going to get a shot. And like, thankfully he missed it. But like, this is what I mean. Like, you could kind of follow this traditionalness and capitalize on players in this rank. You don't need to go crazy. That's the team level stuff, okay? And really what it is, people just ball side cut too much. All right, play the ball. That's good. I like our mechanics. Backlash, going to play the ball. You're going to take a third, right? That's good. Super clean. This will be a good example. Just look from Skycam. It's just not confusing. It's just very clear cut. Like, you play the ball. Okay, Backlash plays the ball, and you're going to take a third or a third, and he's going to play the ball, and now you're going to play the ball, and now Backlash is a third. Simple, very clean. And this is what I mean about like the everything in between. Play this clean, positioning-wise, rotation-wise, and then you get your open space and try to do more with the ball. Instead of playing like dirty and confusing and like having this, fly on mentality. Just play clean, trust the rotation, trust the position, and then try to make these moments right here very impactful. But then you look at your teammate. We were clean for what, 2 seconds? And then Lil Breezy's going to play. He needs to rotate this way, retake a third. He's going to take a third. Then he cycles. And now this homie's in the corner, right? Confusing. And this is why really the root is just rotate away from the ball, stop ball side rotating. But this is what we want to prevent. Because you want to be able to play this ball and play this ball. Not think, is my teammate playing it? Is he cutting it? No, like we need to like just clear up this confusion, have an opportunity, play the ball, do the best we can, and then someone else plays it. And then Backlash cuts in front of you, right? Like, laugh at it. I don't like... I will just preface you with this where what I'm talking about, I don't like talking about. I'm not a traditional coach. I'm very much a meta-focused coach. And like a traditional rotation solves certain aspects of the game, especially on a team level like this, but this can happen in a pro setting. And it could also be used to like counter an opponent by keeping things very traditional, very positioning focused, letting them throw the ball away. I'm a meta guy. What I'm teaching you right now is not meta, but I promise you it will pay dividends and fix these problems. Backlash is hanging up too much, right? It's just, we're adding confusing elements to the play. So like your teammate's going to be right here. You're right there. This is all good. And it's like, you see how everyone stutter stops? Well, everyone stutter stops because of Backlash. Not trying to point fingers, but it's because of this homie. He's going to play the ball. And he lost ball control. And instead of leaving rotation after losing ball control, he's going to ball side rotate, steal a corner, play the ball. It's like, leave the play. And that's what happens to you and your teammate. Because both you and your teammate are watching Backlash play the ball again. So you're thinking, oh, does he have it? Because you want to trust your teammates. But it's more efficient for this player to leave the play and rotate. And if this dude wants, and think about if you're this player, like if you want to get more time in the ball, instead of ball side rotating and playing the ball, you need to make your ball control better. As in, this needs to be your ball control, whatever mechanics you want to use. But it's make your attempt, do your best, and if you mess up, it's leave the play. Because if he's thinking about like adding impact right here, number one, I've explained the benefits of leaving the play and how that adds impact because it gets your teammates in the play. But this player can add impact by demoing or stealing this boost. If he steals this boost, then this player won't have it, or this player won't have it on a rotation out. So you're alleviating pressure by like trusting this rotation. There's so much you could do with this rotation, and it's all to avoid this. Like, this is the problem, opening up everything, just a bunch of start stopping, a bunch of hesitation. Then he misses his challenge, but he misses his challenge because of backlash, whatever this dude's name is. But it's because of this dude. He ball side rotated in the corner so much that now this dude messed up his play timing, and now he's like, okay, all right. Then he sees you rotate out, and now he's getting beat there. And I hope you could see this. Keep things simple. First man becomes a third man. Rotate away from the ball. Trust your position. I don't need to make this any more complicated. It's very, very simple. Hit the ball, rotate, leave. Look at everyone rotating in the corner. Look at everyone overcomplicating a sideline corner play. Good. Good. You individually, man, I do think the best advice of this replay is the traditionalness. But even you individually, on the horizon would be like third man, deep third man, ball control. You have really solid mechanics. You have good car control, and that's when I could tell a player's mechanics. You have good car control, attempts at ball control, good touches, decent challenges, and really like the long-term focus with you would be highlighting all of that, which you do it through like positioning, boost management, ball control, etc. I mean, is this just going to be the icing on the cake example? Yeah, I mean, it's very simple, very easy to see, right? IC3. All right, you took your challenge, right? First man becomes third man. You do no wrong. But then, like, how did these two people end up rotating the same rotation and next to each other? How did this even happen? Oh, they're doing it right there. They're tracking the same rotation again. How did that happen? Oh, they're doing it right there. They're tracking the same rotation again. Okay, how did that happen? All right, this is where the problem would happen. So let's see what happens. He plays the ball. Oh, he's tracking the same rotation as you. I think we have a, dare I say, ball chaser. I like ball chasing. Ball chasing is good as if you do stuff. But like ball chasing has a bad side to it. So like we're in the dark side right now. We're seeing the negatives attached to ball chasing. This dude needs to stop attacking unless he has really good ball control and mechanics. This is where the problem starts though. You go to play it, he cuts in front. All right. Works. He goes to play it. Now you guys are on the same rotation. Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right. And it's really, I mean, I'm not going to beat it to death. It's coming from a good place. Playing the ball is good. If you want to be good in today's game of Rocket League, you need to be fearless and want to play the ball. We're going to play the ball just a little bit more clean and efficient by trusting very traditional positioning and rotations. Stop rotating ball side. Tell your teammate to chill. Tell him to chill. And honestly, like if this dude's hyper aggressive, tell him to look for demos. Anything but the ball. But like this is the problem, you know? That's the problem. And then this is the problem. And then even like your ball side rotating, right? Like we just need to trust very, very basic positioning concepts that, again, I'm not really a fan of coaching, but very applicable solution here in this game. And that would be what went wrong with this replay, which was the question you asked. This is kind of like a less is more strategy. Remember, like, you know, we're gonna save up for that one opportunity and make that one opportunity good. And if we play it and we can't do anything, then you leave the play. Nice try. And I do think, like, I mean, obviously, like, this is your first submission here. And I barely know you, and I barely know your teammate. But if your teammate has any respect for you, or maybe he watches this, I'm going to keep calling him Backlash. Backlash, just look for your demos. You're way too focused on the ball. If you're going to be crazy, go chase some demos. That would pay bigger benefits to your team than overplaying the ball. We'll leave it there. I mean, that's just, I will say, my age-old saying. That wasn't bad, but that was the case of players wanting to do, I don't even want to say advanced concepts, but like wanting to cut, but doing it wrong. And it's being done wrong in two parts, where the person cutting is not doing anything with the ball, so a cut is useless if you don't do anything. But then the second or third man who is watching the player ball chase, the player cut, they're not reading it, they're not respecting them, and they're too spaced. So it really works in two parts. And that's why, like, I don't like to talk about cut rotation with players unless I personally think they need it at lower ranks, or I literally wait till like high champ, low grand champ. But I think there's a lot you could do with this game without cutting. I mean, if you cut rotation, that means you're disrupting the play. That means you think the player controlling the ball is going to do something, but you just have the mentality that everyone stinks, because everyone does stink. No one's going to do anything threatening for you to cut. Like, it's really not necessary.